That was a hard run. Almost exactly 1 year from today, I experienced one of the greatest catches of my lifetime here at Walter Humphrey State Park. What is this? It's so big! Oh my! Tummy on my stomach. Look how big this is. No wonder it took forever. Look how big this drum is. This is the biggest drum I've ever caught. Look at it. During this trip, I learned 3 things. This spot has massive potential because it has 2 intersecting channels at the corner of the park that lead from Sabine Lake, turn into one channel that goes straight out into the Gulf of Mexico. The second thing I learned is that there's RV camping available, which is great because people get here early. If you're traveling from far places, you can camp here and you have the leg up over other anglers. The third thing I learned here is that, of course, it also has a potential to have some really rough weather. You see that bridge up there? That bridge turns the channel into a wind tunnel. The biggest obstacle is going to be the weather. The wind was blowing at least 30 knots and it was raining the entire time. Man, we're already running late. They already beat us here. And we got an RV spot. Man, we got caught slacking. We're sleeping, we're comfortable in the RV, and now we're late. Come on, let's go. Last time when I got here, there was only 2 people. Now there's a bunch of trucks. Let's try to do it. Come on, bro, let's go fish. We woke up late, like always. Got the rod runner here with 2 rods. We gotta try to squeeze in somewhere, but there's a crazy phenomenon right now. The water is warm from one end, the water is cool on the other end from where it meets. Carlos. Come on, man, Carlos. Come on, Carlos, yo. Got a big one or what? Morning, y'all. So here I am setting up. I'm putting a crab on the hook, and Kevin from GG Anglers is landing a real nice fish. This is crazy because I'm out here casting, and here he is to my left, just reeling in a big fish. Amazing. Hey, that's a tank. Oh, that's a tank. That is a tank. So after I see Kevin land his big fish, I decided to go out to the camper to get a few things. Sure enough, timely fashion, like with me always, I leave and something happens. And here I come going 40 miles per hour on my Varla Eagle 1 Pro.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you a ride on the scooter though.
Alright, I got you. Oh yeah. Feels really good right now, man. Huh? It took a nice run? Oh, I see it. Perfect. You want to come in? Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. I'm at 38.
You might be like 39, 40.
Something like that. Popped pretty good. Check it out, guys. Nice bull red right here. Just caught it in the channel at the intersection. Beautiful red tank. About 38 inches. Looks good. Check out the nice color on it. First one of the day. I was sleeping. I'm awake. Hell yeah. Perfect. Homeboy Tomas and Jacob, they're like, hey, we're leaving. And then they pulled up with a giant bucket full of crabs. And I was like, yeah, we need it because I'm going to be here for 2 days. All right, at this point, we got so much bait that I'm basically just using the entire crab. I mean, we got a lot of bait. I'll be here for 2 days, but I got a bucket full of crabs right here. Look at that. I mean, I guess we could split them. Oh, that one's still alive. Guess we could split them, but I mean, there's no point, you know. We got plenty of bait, and then sometimes I'm a firm believer that the bigger the bait, the bigger the fish. But today, it's testing that theory. This guy here is still alive. Check it out. So after that, I was like, I really got to get a bait out there. I need to quit playing. So I set up a crab, casted it out. So after this bull red, a few other fish were caught. GG Anglers landed a drum. He also landed a few other fish, and so did his buddies. Then the bird got in front of it. That's funny. So as I'm fighting this fish, it feels like dead weight, and I'm like, you know what? This has to be a big bull red or a big drum, because when I'm reeling in, I feel nothing but resistance. And some of these fish, the bigger they get, they don't fight that hard, but what they do is, once they get close to the surface, they take these dives down.
There, live.
There we go. Oh yeah. Big old drum. So as you can see here, I'm starting to struggle trying to pick out this giant drum. What makes these tricky is because they are so top heavy. Their head and the torso is so big, and they're so slippery and slimy. I can say that black drum are slimier than hardheads and gap tops. There we go. Oh, nice and slimy now. Check it out, I got a big old drum. This is popped pretty hard. I thought it was that weight at first. So now that I start to pick it up, it's really heavy, top heavy of course. So my left arm has a bigger bicep than my right arm, and I'm right-handed, so that's kind of weird. But we show it off. This thing is top heavy. I really have to let it go. Check it out. Beautiful drum, nice, dark, and brown. I love catching these. I know people think they're trashish, but I love catching these. I'm fucking dirty as fuck. Sometimes these drums are worse than catfish.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Alright guys, it's about noon. We've been fishing pretty hard since 9 and it slowed down a lot. We stopped getting runs. Right now we're at 10 fish. I got 3, GG Angel's got 3, and then the other dudes got 2 each and 1. So far it's been pretty good. And for 3 hours, that's a lot of fish. Here's one of my newer combos. This is the Breakaway Ballista. This is a 13-foot surf casting rod. I casted it real hard earlier. Nice and loaded with 5 ounces with the bait and everything. This thing can handle fish real good. And I put the Okuma Flight 12,000 on here. This combo is great. I love it. Casts really hard, fast, and you can land anything with it. And right here I got the Breakaway Cannon. I wrapped the line on the spool there, and then we cast it out, and it gives us more distance. It also prevents us from getting our finger damage on a cast. Today I'm going to teach you how to cast 150 yards into your mom's house with these few simple tricks. Check it out. You're gonna need a few things. First off, you're gonna need Ultima tapered shock leader. The reason it's tapered is because this line's thickness starts at 18 pounds and increases up to 70 pounds in one strand. Next thing, you're gonna need a breakaway pulley rig. This rig is designed for long distance casting. Not that I'm using this as an Albright knot. I hope you can see it through my hand here. It's kind of hard to see it. Check it out. We just got to cinch this down. This is called an Albright knot. After you trim the tag ends, this is what it should look like right here. Check it out. Beautiful knot. All right, guys, so this is how the rig works that I showed you earlier. So what you have here is you have your clip. Here you got your hook. I got a big crab on here. This is why we catch giant crabs. So what you do is, all you do is attach that and drop the clip. You drop this clip down like this, and then put the hook through there, just like that. Check it out. And that will stay on the cast, just like that. This helps get a lot of distance. So what we're gonna do is now we got our crab here. That hook through. See, it's a little soft. So we get the beta elastic, superior beta elastic breakaway. And we're just gonna wrap it around just like this. Around the hook. This is really good for crab. That gets important for a crab because crab, it's either hard or soft. You see? Look at that. And it will come off, trust me. Once you get a hit, the elastic does stay on the hook. Big old nice catch right here. Boom. Look at that, man. Perfect. Beautiful cast. That was nice. Loosen up the drag. Nah, go ahead. Cause he's about to run and it's like worse. Doubled up now. Hell yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. Triple.
Oh, nice red.
Got it? Oh, cool red. Right. It looks small from up here. Perfect, next. I'd like to mention that I get a lot of flack on social media on why I use large hooks. Most of the time I'm using hooks from 14 to 16 on. The reason I like to use those hooks is because they're larger. They tend to weed out smaller fish, such as pinfish, whiting, hardheads, but they're also a lot easier to remove. Here we're using a small hook, which small hooks are great. They set themselves pretty well. I don't lose fish when I'm using smaller hooks, but they're just harder to remove at times. They work the same, but I personally prefer to use the larger hooks because they're easier to remove. There we go, guys. Check it out. Like 36-inch bull red right here. Third fish of the day. Check it out, y'all. Beautiful fish. Love catching these bull reds here. A little small, but that's okay. You can't always catch 50 inchers. Oh, crab too. We got greedy. All right, let me let it go. Alright, so after the third fish, the bite completely slowed down. I started getting hungry. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. The last time that I ate was last night before I left my house. So I gotta go to the camper to get some food. Alright, it's break time. I'm gonna go ahead and try to cook a meal real quick. See what we got. I didn't bring a lot of food because I'm only gonna make it for 2 days, but brought some tortillas. Check it out. And you know what else I brought? I got a pastor from Fiesta. While I was out there getting crabs, I got me this right here. I'm about to cook this up. This is gonna be delicious. Finally finished. They're so good. Alright guys, so if you're new to the channel, this is my setup here. This is my Clipper 12 TD Max. This is my camping travel trailer. We do a lot of fishing everywhere up and down the Texas Gulf Coast. We go up to Florida also. But I take this here because this here allows me to camp almost anywhere and fish. So let me show you around real quick. This is my Barlow Scooter Eagle 1 Pro. This is what I use here to get around the campgrounds. And I like this because it's easy to carry. Put it in the back of the trunk. It goes up to 45 miles an hour. Check it out. And here I got my rod runner. Here I can put up to 4 rods. I got 2 13-foot surf rods. You can carry them comfortably. And I got a casting right there, conventional. Check it out, y'all. Here I got my Expedition Units waterproof backpack. And stuff like this is really important that you have the right stuff because right now the weather sucks. It's bad. Right now the weather is really bad. You see that? It's overcast. It's been raining all morning. Windy, blowing like 25 to 30 mile gusts out of the north. Wind, it's about 45 degrees right now. It's cold. It is cold. If you're out here without the right stuff, you're gonna suffer. Alright, so one thing you guys gotta remember is that when the reds are running, you're gonna be facing some really harsh conditions. Right now it's blowing 25, 30 mile gusts out of the north. It's been rainy, windy. It's 40 degrees out here. It's really cold and intolerable for a lot of people. And you can't, sometimes you just can't do those conditions unless you got the right stuff. So right here I got a Grundon's Gore-Tex jacket. Check it out. Gore-Tex right here. And I got a Gore-Tex hat. But mainly what I want to showcase is this jacket here is going to keep you warm. The wind is going to not even penetrate this jacket here. It's going to keep you nice and warm, dry, most importantly, because that's the stuff you're going to need when you're fishing these rough conditions. It's bad out here. You know, if you don't have the right stuff, you're not going to get out here and fish. People are miserable. But right now, I'm super comfortable. I can sleep out here warm, not a single care in the world. On over here, and I was just setting up. I was making a casting video and I seen the rod bend pretty hard, so I'm gonna see if it's still on there. It's on the Okuma Flight. You know, spinning wheel clears aren't that loud. I think there is a fish on here. Oh yeah, there's a fish on here. There's definitely a fish on here. It's right there at the current. Big fish. We're at the shock leader. Check it out, guys. Let's net this guy. What I'm gonna do is get the daisy chain link, put her on this right here, solo net, and ain't going nowhere. Now we bring the fish back over here. Check it out. It's tired. Perfect. You see that? Solo net. Nice red. Nice fish. Yes. Check it out, guys. Nice red. I just landed. I was setting up my camper, ready to go. And I was making a casting video, and then this is what happens right here. Beautiful red. Very unexpected. Then I had a rod out for 2 hours. No hits, and finally we got one hit. It's time to call it a great way to end the trip. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Overall, this is the 4th video that I've made in the Port Arthur area, and every single trip that I've come out here, it's been successful. Not to say that there's going to be days that somebody comes out here and they're going to get skunked, but we've timed it in such a way that we've caught fish depending on various conditions. I fished here twice. I fished the battleground. The battleground is pretty cool cool. It has an RV spot, and it has a really huge open area. And also, if you camp there after 5, you need an RV. But you have the entire park to yourself, which is awesome because you can fish the channel, you can fish further along the park, you can fish the boating ramp. It's a lot of stuff to do there also. And then I fish what I call the dump, an extremely trashed area. People do good there too, but it's hard to get there. The road sucks, and it's just trashed. But overall, I really enjoy my experiences here at Port Arthur. I'm definitely going to make some more fishing videos here. And from what I've seen, stopping at some of these gas stations, looking at some of the pictures they got up there, they have a really nice jack run here, and they catch some big bull sharks in the channel. So next year, we just got some ideas. So now we know exactly how to camp here, and we're going to do this again next year and hopefully get some monsters. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate y'all watching, and please hit that bell notification and subscribe for some of the most crispiest fishing videos out here.